Everything I'm saying is from Clavicular's point of view and is exactly what he thinks, okay? Testosterone. Logically, it's quicker to get your gains by just taking tests. You can take TRT now at proper clinics and everything is safe logically and it's all regulated and you'll be fine and it's perfectly healthy and it's just more efficient logically to gain mass and to get bigger, and it's much more quicker and efficient than taking years and years to gain mass. Okay? Logically is going to be a big word I say today because that's Clavicular's favorite word, okay? Now, number 2, hardmaxxing through facial surgery. Everyone has facial flaws that can be fixed, and more attractive people get better treatment. Clavicular always talks about that one guy who went to jail. He was like a light-skinned dude with the pretty eyes, and he had done assault on his girlfriend or something like that, maybe even on a minor. And because he was super attractive, girls raised money to get him released from jail. It worked, and then he got so famous from his mugshot that he ended up getting a modeling job after that, and now he's like rich and successful and never has to worry about, some of those difficulties again, okay? Now, this hard maxing through facial surgery is important because people treat you better the better you look. Like, if you have a flat tire and you're on the side of the road and you're a fine shit blonde, or you're chiseled like clavicular or whatever, someone's more likely to pull over and to help you out than if you're someone average like me, okay? Jobs. When you're getting a job, people absolutely care about your charisma and the way that you look. So, in job interviews, you will do much better if you are better looking. So according to Clavicular, you might as well just go ahead and get that facial surgery. And everyone always has places that they can improve on. For me, it's definitely my lower jaw. I don't plan on getting anything, but if I did, it would be that. That's my weakness, okay? Number 3, according to Clavicular, everyone should be taking redatrutide, I believe is what it's called. Redatrutide. It's a simple injection that attacks body fat without removing hunger like other GLPs, aka Ozempic. Being lean is the number 1 looksmax. So basically, number 3, this topic talks about something that's similar to Ozempic, except it's called redatrutide, and all these like injections are GLP-1s, and the way Ozempic works, it just makes you stop being hungry. I've known girls that take it, they don't shit, they don't eat, and so they lose a lot of weight. And then once you stop taking it, you gain the weight because you're just not eating. The difference with redatrutide, and the reason why men shouldn't be taking the first one that I said if you're not obese as hell, is that it removes your hunger. And if it's removing your hunger, you're not getting any gains in the gym. You need to eat your protein, okay? You need to be healthy. So, redatrutide, sorry, I can't say it, will be beneficial because it helps you eat that food and it attacks your fat so that you can lose the weight. And being lean is the ultimate looksmax. It's superior to every other looksmax by a crap ton, okay? You can get facial surgery and be buff as hell, but if you're 40% body fat, you're still cooked, okay? Number 4, you can always improve. According to Clavicular, you are never a 10 out of 10. You can always improve. As you've probably seen him rate people, his scale is way different than the average person. He's already a younger Superman, and he still has a double jaw surgery and height lengthening surgery in his near future. And in the podcast I watched, he was talking about you can literally be clavicular looking like Superman, and 6'6" Giga Chad will still take your girl. Number 5, face is key. According to Clavicular, you can have all the money in the world, you could have the best physique or status. Those are all cool, but that initial thing that she sees when you walk into the room is that face card, okay? And facial looks is 80 to 85% of attracting her, but it's not just about women, it's also about attracting that employer for that job. It's about attracting that client for that business deal. It's about attracting that viewer for your YouTube video. According to Clavicular, your facial aesthetics is the most important thing for in benefiting in life, and your top priority, according to him, a black pillar, should be just to look as attractive as possible, and then you will attract success yourself because you are attractive. Number 6, according to Clavicular, longevity is not a priority. According to Clavicular, to mog right now, sacrifices with longevity must be made, and that is because when you are 70, you can't really enjoy life anyways. So like things that he suggests, such as the testosterone, obviously will mess with your longevity, but he admits himself he is not focused on longevity. He doesn't care about that because you can't truly enjoy life when you're older anyways, and those sacrifices must be made now so that you can still get a good run now, maybe for the next 40 years or so, and then after that, you're probably cooked, okay? In summary, according to Clavicular, and don't leave after this because I will give my input on all of these tags, okay? But his summary is to win in life, you must be the best looking because then you will attract success. Not attract women because you will attract success. Most people think looking better attracts women. According to Clavicular, it will attract success because those job opportunities, people will want to do more business with you when you look good because subconsciously, that's just how it is, People will want to help you. People will want to buy from you. People will want to watch your YouTube channel the better you look. So attractiveness, specifically facial attractiveness, attracts success and are integral according to Clavicular. Now, let me give my 2 cents on some of these points, or on all of these points. Number one, the testosterone argument. I understand everything logically. You will gain mass a lot faster and look better, quicker under testosterone as opposed to normal training. I personally do not believe that trade-off is worth it, especially he started at 14. I would wait till 30s, mid-30s at the bare minimum, just because you can't achieve all these things naturally without sacrificing longevity. Two, he talks about the hardmaxxing. Now, everyone that I know that does these facial surgeries, for the most part that I've seen in person, are women. And so they'll get their nose done, and it'll look good. And so if you get a facial surgery and it looks good, why don't you get something else? Because there's always improvements that can be made. If it looks bad, then maybe they never get one again, or they get another surgery to fix the issue. But if it looks good, which it probably will look good, because surgeons are good nowadays, then people will get another one, and then another one. And then you end up in a situation to where whenever I see Clavicular hanging out with one of his looksmaxing friends, they're like, ooh, like that person did a lot of facial surgery and it looks kind of like Clavicular still objectively looks good, no homo. But when you see one of his friends, you're like, ugh, and it's just like, whenever you see that girl who went to Brazil and got too many facial surgeries, and it's like, you look worse now. Like, what the heck? Like, you should look natural, not this. That's a big curse of the hard maxing through facial surgery. Number three, redatrutide, which he talks about. Maybe 5 years from now, it might be an amazing idea. But right now, the reason you hear about Ozempic all the time and not redatrutide is because Ozempic has been tested a lot more and has been proven to be a lot safer, even with the risks that it comes with. So with redatrutide, it probably is safe, but it's not 100% safe in my opinion, and I think that you should wait to take it. And I don't even think everyone should be taking it because I don't think we should all be obsessed with being super lean. I think 15% is personally a great number. He says 10 to 12%, but that's, to each their own. Okay, and then he talks about that you can always improve. Like, so that point where he was talking about how he's a younger Superman, but like there's a 6'6" Giga Chad that can still take your girl with the perfect jaw and all that, and it's like, if your girl leaves you for 6'6" Giga Chad, she was never your girl and you don't want her, you can always improve is good for the most part, but at the same time, he's never going to be happy with how he looks, and so he's going to keep going, and that can be a really unhealthy obsession. So I'm not a huge fan of that, actually. 5, he talks about how face is key and is 80 to 85% of attracting women. I do believe that money, physique, and status are really integral. I do kind of agree with what he has to say here, but at the same time, I think it's still an unhealthy obsession, and you can be fine without being the most attractive person ever. Okay, my camera's overheating, so I guess I have to hurry up. And then he talks about longevity not being a priority. Any millionaire who's like old will trade lives with me, an absolute nobody, because I have time on my side. You will one day regret not prioritizing longevity. You're not going to be like 50 and be like, but I looked good for most of my life. I can die now. You're not going to be like that. So please prioritize longevity and your health. Goodbye. I love y'all.